Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brian O'Brien here on 106.3 FM. This is the big one, and we hope you're having a great night. Tonight is a show that we've all come to love, especially locally. Again, tonight is a show we've all come to love, especially locally. Why? Well, because a guy we know was on the show. You understand? Okay. So, I'm going to let a few more people get online here when it comes to our Facebook feed, and then we're going to be joined by a young man with dulcet tones and high tones and then tones on top of tones, because he reaches certain plateaus and, he can't even be heard by the human ear. But we're going to go ahead and go to him now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, this is the one, this is the only, Jordan Smith. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So you won a big voice. I guess it would be season 9. Is that right?
Yeah, season 9. It's been, over 2 years ago now, which is crazy.
I know that things have kind of been going pretty quickly for you. So not too long after you won the voice, then you won the heart of a young lady. Is that correct?
I guess technically, that might have happened before. I don't really
Maybe
know.
a little bit. It wasn't like, okay, you won the voice, let's get married. No, it was...
Yeah, probably that happened beforehand. But yeah, so did the voice, that whole thing, got married in 2016 in the summer. Did 2 albums that first year in 2016, full-length albums, and then just spent the whole last year just writing, traveling a lot, touring, and working on a new project, which is actually almost finished now. It's been a crazy couple of years.
But it's been also a good couple of years. I would imagine you've experienced some things that you've probably never had happen in your life before. Would you agree with that statement?
Oh, yeah. It's been pretty wild, and we've had an awesome time, but we're really blessed and fortunate to do a lot of cool things and meet a lot of really amazing people and be able to, share our story and our lives with a lot of people too, and hopefully inspire some people.
And you are going to be doing the same tonight on The Voice. They have asked back, and folks who are just joining us, we're speaking to Jordan Smith, Season 9 winner of The Voice, and he has represented our area, I think, pretty doggone well. In our area, if folks are listening on the radio, that area happens to be Harlan County and a little squinch of Bell County, but you've got family all over the place, don't you?
Yeah, we've got Southeast Kentucky pretty locked down.
Right. I'd say so. Oh man, I remember when, from time to time, Bell Central has me come up and kind of MC the talent show, and your beautiful wife Kristen has been a big part of judging that, and you were a judge one year, and I just remember the day that you had mentioned it, and now here we are years later. You're experiencing a great deal of success. Your relationship with Kristen has just gone through the roof. Tonight, you're going to be sharing some of those feelings on The Voice. So talk about what your role is going to be here in a little under an hour.
Yeah, so just a little while back, they actually called me and asked me to come back and be a mentor for Team Adam for the knockout rounds, which was really exciting. I love the show. I had a great time, and I grew a lot. And I didn't realize it until I went back and started working with this season's contestants just how much I really did take away from it and how much that I've learned and grown from the experience. And so it was really good for me to go back and be able to work with the performers this season. First of all, to get to see them and get a little sneak peek kind of before everyone else and get to see some of the talent that's coming out of this season. But to just go and share kind of my experience on The Voice with the people that are going through it now, it's a unique perspective, I think, that they haven't had on the show yet, as far as having, past contestants come back in this kind of role. And we had a really good time. Kristen got to come with me, and we got to go out and be back there, which was fun because everyone there is like family. So it's just like a big family reunion, and I got to, go and be with Adam and work with these contestants and help them on this next round. And I'm looking forward to seeing their performances and how that helps them when they're on stage singing these songs.
If you remember when all the chairs turned around, everybody wanted you, Adam got you, and the show progressed, what do you remember being the best part of your experience when you were on The Voice?
The whole thing was really positive, I have to say, and it's very transparent. Like, what you see on the show is actually what happens, and behind the scenes it's very much just as positive as it is portrayed, when you see it on television. But the best part, I think, for me was just seeing the support from everybody at home and all of the people I got to hear from that I was able to influence in some way or inspire in some way. And, I mean, of course, it was an amazing platform, and I was able to go on after that and sort of, have a career that was jump-started at least, and that I, could move forward and start doing what I loved. But I think just the support that I got from lots of fans all across the country and especially at home from everyone that was watching and constantly reaching out, it was a very special thing. And I just felt so good. We talk about often how exciting and happy and fun that time was, because I just felt so good all the time because I was just constantly showered with love and stories of people that I was able to touch, and that's the only reason I really did it. So that was probably the most special part.
That is awesome, man. We've got a lot of folks who are online right now, folks watching in Lexington, and a bunch of local folks as well. Let's say that, and of course we'll see some of the things you're going to talk about to the folks that you're going to be having a part in mentoring. But if someone is either listening right now, or you could inspire a young person to go and do what you did, are there any, I wouldn't imagine there's any magic words, but are there any words of inspiration or encouragement you can give someone wanting to try out for a show like this?
Yeah, I think it can seem really unattainable to a lot of people. It can just seem like such a big deal, and it felt that way for me whenever I first considered the idea of auditioning. I loved the show for a long time, and deep down I felt like I was going to end up on The Voice long before I ever auditioned, and so it just was a very daunting thing. I didn't know where to start. I didn't ever think it was possible. I'm from, a small town, and it doesn't seem like there are a lot of opportunities for things like that where we come from, and so I didn't really believe that it was possible until, other people started believing in me and started showing me that. So I think the only thing I can say is just to not doubt the power of trying. Don't doubt the power of just putting yourself out there and seeing what happens and going for something, because that's all I did. That's all most people do, are just, go for the opportunity when it presents itself and hope for the best. And a lot of times you'll be surprised just how much hard work goes into it. It's so much more than just talent. It's so much more than that. It's all about the hard work and seizing the opportunity whenever it presents itself.
So no one should really go into this thinking it's just going to be, okay, I'm going to sing, everybody's going to love me, and you go from there and everything will fall at your feet. You really got to put in the time and effort into a career like this, don't you?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of no's. Whenever I first auditioned for the show, I auditioned in 2014, and I was told no. I didn't make it the first time, and I had to go back a year later and try again, and that's when everything ended up working out. And it was just a lot of perseverance. It was a lot of pushing through that disappointment and deciding, this is really what I wanted and going for it. And then after that, even after the show, even after I won, again, it was a lot of pushing through, a lot of people who doubted me, or a lot of no's to get to those yeses and to make it happen for myself. And since then, it's been, hard work every single day. It's been sacrifices. It's been time away from Kristen and time away from home. It's been, endless hours of hard work, of rehearsal, of travel, of doing, just unimaginable things to make myself better and to make this happen. So I'm just grateful that it's working out, and I'm grateful for opportunities like tonight to go back and be able to share that with the contestants that are on there now.
Well, we're very thankful you could spend some time with us, and I know there's a lot of folks that keep up with you on Facebook. Do you have any other way other than social media for people to keep up with you? That's
really how I personally am able to connect with everyone. I love to to be active there. I've kind of been stepping back from it a little bit lately, just because, you know, I've been in this mode of between projects trying to focus on my family and home, and so I've tried not to be glued to my phone and my social media so much, but I definitely keep everyone updated there, and you know, I have a website, jordansmithofficial.com, where everything is also, but yeah, that's how I like to keep up with everyone.
All right. Well, folks, you will be seeing this young man within the next, do you know where they've got you placed in the show? Is it towards
No, I think it's just going to be sprinkled throughout. I'm not sure. I know knockouts are tonight and tomorrow, and then they may even run through next week. I'm not sure, but just different points throughout the episodes. I know that they'll kind of divide up who goes when, so hopefully it'll just be just kind of throughout.
Okay. All right. Well, Jordan, thank you so much for spending time with us, and thank your beautiful bride there for allowing us to take you away from her for just a little bit. But I would imagine she's probably been on this whirlwind journey with you for a very long time, long before the voice even came into being.
Oh, yeah. She's totally used to it, and she knows you're crazy. She's used to that, too.
That's correct. She was kind of an on-the-spot reporter for us a couple of weeks ago. I had too much on my plate, and she was at a venue, and I needed her to take some pictures, and she really stepped up, so I'm very grateful for that. So anytime...
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, anytime she's ready to come on the payroll, I'm ready. I can't afford you, but, you know, she might be a little more easier to deal with on the payroll. But, hey...
I don't know. If you can't afford me, then maybe you can't definitely afford her. She's pretty,
there he goes, making sure that wife is represented well. All right. I'll get in touch with her manager here shortly, see if we can't get her booked.
You can reach out to her people.
All right. Ooh, she has people. All right. Well, Jordan, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Smith will be on now 45 minutes or so from this point. He'll be on NBC tonight, The Voice, and get to see him again in action, teaching others what he learned. And you never know, maybe he picked up a few things while he was there too. But I would imagine there's probably a lot of talented young folks that are on that show. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's some pretty killer talent this season.
All right. Jordan, thanks so much for taking some time with us. I'm very grateful and hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's always a pleasure.
All right. See you soon.
See ya.
Bye-bye. So thank you so much to that young man, Jordan Smith, and he is, again, a Harlan County native with some ties to Bell County as well, just calls Southeast Kentucky his home, and very grateful for the time he spent with us this evening. Appreciate everyone who's joined us, not here only on the air, but on our Facebook page. A lot of folks saying hello to Jordan, and someone mentioned me singing, and I just don't think that's a really good idea at all, and I don't need any NBC shows to tell me that. I'm pretty sure we'll scare small children if I start singing. So God bless you. Have a great night. You guys take it easy. I'm Brian, and we'll talk to you in the morning on Tradio a little after 9 o'clock. Take it easy. God bless. Good night. What are we going to do? I know what we can do. How about if we play a Jordan Smith song as we're leaving? Wouldn't that be grand? I should have had it ready, but I don't have it ready yet. And this is me stalling until I can find it. Smith, 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 the Smiths, Brittany Smith, John Smith. Where's Jordan Smith at? Oh, goodness, where is it? Here he is. Okay, now I've got a few to pick from. I think I'm going to do the one that he really knocked it out of the park on The Voice. Ladies and gentlemen, Someone to Love.
Someone